Okay, so I've made all of my suggested edits and I've showed you how to use the Explore tool and some of the other tools and features in Google Docs. So the last kind of beat Google Docs to death part of Docs that I want to show you is the add-ons menu. And I know that there's a part of the original Chrome OS course that covers add-ons, but it doesn't really give you time to dive into some of those add-ons. And there's really, really great options for you. And specifically, there's one awesome one that I want to show you. So the add-ons menu is only available in a Chrome browser. So another benefit of having students on Chromebooks is that you have a browser. So they're able to open multiple tabs. They're able to have two windows open at the same time. They're able to have a full keyboard and a full screen. All of these wonderful things are awesome tools for them. Another benefit is the add-ons menu. So I have some of these already installed, and the one that I want to share with you is called the highlight tool. You get add-ons by coming down to the bottom where it says get add-ons, and they're all different types of, they're basically like little programs that are built to run inside Google Docs. So there's a Easy Bibliography Creator. There is a table of contents. There's an Easy Accents one for Lote. There's some template ones. There's speech recognition. That was not necessarily as needed as before. Because of the there's also like fonts ones. There's different things that you don't necessarily need, and then there's ones you're like, really, I wish Google Docs would totally do this. And so the one that I'm talking about is called the highlight tool. So I already have that installed. So to launch an add-on, once you install it, you go to add-ons and you go to the tool, and then you say start. So the reason why I like this tool is because you can bring in a document or give your students a reading, and you can assign different highlighters to different tools or different colors and give them custom labels and then export those highlights, which is pretty awesome. So I have, for example, I have this default set is loaded right now. And so the default set comes up and I have three colors here. So I can edit each one of these highlighters to be something specific. So instead of example label, I could have this labeled as changing the color, sorry. Sample or so you could have students give them specific labels. So that's going to change that. So then I have this one labeled as words. Maybe I want to change this to be key vocabulary. I can delete the highlighter. If you'll see there, I can change the color by clicking on the color palette. So maybe I don't want that to be this color. I want it to be more of like a hot pink, purpley color. Perfect. And then I want to label this maybe you can have students set these up. You can do this together as a whole class. So I can click on to create. So that's my highlighter set. And then if I say create highlighters, I can add more. So if I click here, I can add another highlighter. So if I want to add more, X, and then I can add more, and then I hit create. So now they're there. And then I can remove those if I don't want them in there by clicking remove them. The last thing I can do is you'll see that I'm in a default set. I can create different sets for different things. So you could have different types of highlighter sets, a close reading set. So you'll see here's my default set. Then I started to create a close reading set. I can add a set for and then I can give them additional, and then they can add highlighters underneath each one of those things. So you can go between sets. So if this is the set that you want to use, you just select it and then you say save. So if I wanted to switch over to my close reading set, I hit that and then I hit save, and now I'm close reading, and then I can add or change my highlighters as necessary. So I'm going to go back to my default set. So I just click on it and then I hit save. And now when I click on a highlighter, so I select the highlighter over here, I select the text over here. So I'm going to do I'm not really reading the article, so I'm just going to kind of like go in and I'm going to select some text, and then I say, okay, this needs to be fuchsia. And then this is blue. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say this here is green. I can unhighlight by clicking on this highlighter. And then, I'm just going to come and do some more sporting detail. Oops, I unhighlighted, sorry. I just want to have some more colors in here. And that's good. And so then what I can do is export my highlights by color or by sequence, which is really cool. And I can just embed it right into the bottom of this document. So I'm going to say into this document, export. And what it's going to do is it's going to create, exporting is finished, refresh the document. You don't even need to do that. If you just scroll down to the bottom of the document, they'll be down here. Isn't this awesome? So now they're going to break it up into a labeling key. So they give you a key, and then they will give you each color that you highlighted here. So what did you do in context clues? What did you do as main ideas? What are the details that you picked out in green? All of those things get exported as individual pieces. And you could have had students put that into a new document and turn that into through Classroom, which is pretty awesome. This tool is excellent. And I can't wait to think about the ways that you guys will use this tool in your classroom with your students. So that is the highlighter tool. That's just one add-on for Google Docs that I would recommend using. For math teachers, they have a GMath add-on. There's also PaperPile, which is a citation manager that does in-text citations, whereas EasyBib just helps you create your bibliography. Those are really great tools for you to use within Google Docs. But the highlighter tool specifically, which is why I made just its own video on this, is an excellent, excellent tool. And I hope that you can find ways to integrate that or something similar into your classroom workflow.